Today we are going to dive deep into a topic that has been making waves across the Silicon Valley and beyond. We are talking about the recent surge in tech layoffs and the big elephant in the room, artificial intelligence. So now let me paint the picture for you. According to layoffs.fyi, a website that tracks job cuts in tech sector, there were about 165,000 layoffs in 2022, followed by 260,000 layoffs in 2023, and in 2024, it is upwards of 125,000 and counting. That's a staggering number of people whose lives have been turned upside down by these decisions. I had shared my rant about Intuit not only laying off 1,800 people last month, but rather callously labeling them all as underperformers. If you haven't watched that video, click this link in the I button above and bookmark it to watch later. Anyway, I was talking to a friend who works with Dell and another one that works at Unilever, and both sounded nervous about some recent communications that have flowed from upstairs, alluding to an imminent layoff before the year ends. And now we've heard Cisco. Just as I record this video, they have announced a massive layoff of 4,000 more employees. Their reason?
We are investing heavily into AI,
says their CEO. Sounds familiar? Well, it should, because we've been hearing this tune played on repeat by tech companies, big and small, throughout 2024. In fact, Cisco in February had laid off thousands of workers, and here we are again with another set of layoffs at Cisco. So this begs a $1 million question. Is AI really replacing our jobs, or is there something more to this story? Well, buckle up, folks, because we are about to separate the fact from fiction and uncover the truth behind these AI-related job cuts. But more important is to stick around, because by the end of this video, you might be looking at AI and job security in a whole new light. Let us decode this whole AI hype in tech companies. It's like we are living in a sci-fi movie where every company is suddenly run by super intelligent machines. But spoiler alert, we are not quite there yet. Companies these days are slapping the AI label on everything, hoping to ride the hype straight to their bank account. But here is where it gets really interesting. While these companies are busy playing AI dress-up, they are overlooking the real potential of artificial intelligence. Well, AI is not about replacing humans. It's about enhancing the human capabilities. Think about it like this. Would you rather have a robot doctor or a human doctor with AI-powered diagnostic tools? I don't know about you, but I definitely prefer a human who can understand my symptoms, show some empathy, and use AI to make a more accurate diagnosis. So why are the companies so eager to jump on the AI bandwagon? Well, partly because of the cool factor. In the tech world today, if you are not talking about AI, you might as well be using an abacus. But don't get me wrong, AI is impressive and it's making strides every day. But let's get real about what AI can do and cannot do in 2024. First, the good stuff. AI is fantastic at processing vast amount of data, identifying patterns, and making prediction based on the data. It is absolutely great for tasks like fraud detection in financial services, that is, inventory management in retail, or even assisting in medical diagnosis. But here's where it falls short. Complex decision making, emotional intelligence, and creative problem solving as some of the examples. The things that make us humans. That is exactly where AI is still quite lackluster. The point is, AI in 2024 is like a very smart dog. You can train it to do some amazing stuff, but you would still not trust it with babysitting your kids in most cases or manage your finances. Now, let's play a quick game. I want you to think about your job for a moment and also what's the most complex and nuanced task that you do. Got it? Now, imagine trying to explain that task to a very intelligent alien who has no understanding of human society or emotions. That's the kind of what it is like trying to get AI to do complex human jobs today. Here's another way to think about it. AI is here to serve. It can be incredibly good with specifics, well-defined tasks, but it still struggles with anything that requires general intelligence or emotional understanding. For example, AI can write a grammatically perfect email, but it cannot understand the subtle office politics that might influence how that email should be worded. It can analyze thousands of x rays in seconds, but it cannot comfort a patient who's just received a difficult diagnosis. So, what does this mean for you and for your job? Well, it depends on what you do. If your job involves a lot of repetitive tasks, data analysis, or pattern recognition, you might see AI taking over some aspects of your work. But if your job requires creativity, emotional intelligence, complex problem solving, or nuanced communication, you are probably safe from the AI takeover, at least for now. But here's the exciting part. Instead of replacing you, AI could actually become your new best friend at work. Imagine having an AI assistant that could handle the boring, repetitive parts of your job, freeing up your focus for the high level, creative, and strategic work that you enjoy doing. So here's a question for you. In your field, what's that one task that you are confident that AI could not handle? Head on to the comments, think about that, and let me know what is that one thing. Now let's look at some economics behind the tech layoffs. Let me spill some beans on the multi-billion-dollar lie that tech companies do not want you to know. Let's pull back the curtain on what's really driving these layoffs. Spoiler alert, it is not about AI. 2024, as we all know it, has been a very tough year for tech. With rising interest rates, global economic slowdown, increased competition, companies are feeling the squeeze. And when that happens, cost-cutting becomes the name of the game. Take Cisco's recent layoffs, for example, that we began this video with. Yes, they mentioned AI investment, but dig deeper and you will find their quarterly earnings had missed expectations 3 times in a row. Their stocks were tanking and the investors were getting antsy. AI is not replacing your job. It's the perfect scapegoat for companies to cut costs and appease shareholders. Think about it. Which one sounds better? We are letting 4,000 employees go because of a business strategy isn't working? Or we are optimizing our workforce through AI integration to stay competitive in the digital age? Well, the latter, right? It's not just a layoff, it's a ticket to the future. Except it's not. Now, let's dive deeper into this economic smokescreen. The tech industry, for all its innovation and disruption, is still subject to the same economic pressures as any other industry. And in 2024, those pressures are intense. We've been seeing a perfect storm of economic challenges. The global economy is still recovering from the aftershocks of the pandemic. Inflation has been stubbornly high, leading to increased interest rates. And importantly, let's not forget the ongoing geopolitical tensions that are disrupting the supply chains and creating market uncertainty. In this environment, tech companies are feeling the heat. Venture capital is drying up, making it harder for startups to secure funding. Established companies are seeing their growth rates slow down, and shareholders, they are getting impatient. So, what is really a tech CEO supposed to do? Well, enter the AI excuse. By framing layoffs as a part of an AI-driven digital transformation, companies can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. They cut costs to appease shareholders, in the short term that is, while also appearing forward-thinking and innovative. But here's the kicker. Most of these companies are not actually replacing laid-off workers with AI. All they are doing is simply reduce the current workforce and ask the remaining employees to pick up the slack. Remember the numbers from layoff.fyi website I told you in the beginning of the video? Tech companies are estimated to have laid off to the tune of 125,000 workers globally this year. Of these, about 15% were in the roles that could feasibly be replaced by current AI technology. What about the rest? Well, a mix of marketing, sales, customer service, and even engineering roles that AI is nowhere near ready to take over have been labeled as being taken over by AI. So why does this AI smokescreen exist, you might ask? Well, it's all about the perception. In the tech world, being seen as the AI leader can boost your stock prices, attract the talent, and win customers. It's almost like the magic word that opens the doors and wallets. Remember Alibaba and Charlie's Chore story? that you would say खुल जा सिम and all of a sudden this whole treasure dome would open up. यहाँ भी कुछ ऐसा ही हो रहा है. But here's the thing. This short-term thinking could backfire the companies dramatically. By cutting their workforce under the garb of AI adoption, these companies might be setting themselves up for failure when they actually need to implement AI in the future. Come to think of it, if you've laid off your experienced workers and have not actually developed the AI capabilities that you claimed you would, how are you going to compete when the true AI innovations hit the market? It's a dangerous game of smoke and mirrors, and it's the workers who are paying the price. This is very, very unfortunate. Anyway, next time you hear a company announcing layoffs due to AI investment, well, put your skeptical hat on and ask yourself, is this really about AI? Or is this just that old-fashioned cost-cutting dressed up in a futuristic disguise? The framing of these layoffs matters a lot in how they are perceived. With that, let's discuss the next impact, which is on the tech workers. Let's talk about the human cost of all this. The tech workers, unfortunately, are caught up in this crossfire between AI hype on the one hand and economic pressures on the other, which is the reality of it. AI is being used as a smokescreen for other motives, whether it is cost-cutting, restructuring, or even just reshuffling the tech workforce. But it's not all doom and gloom. Some tech workers are finding ways to adapt and thrive in this new landscape. They are upskilling in AI and machine learning, not to be replaced by the AI, but to work alongside it. They're focusing on unique human skills like complex problem solving, emotional intelligence, creative thinking, etc., where AI still struggles. So let me ask you this. If you were faced with an AI-related layoff or so-called AI-related layoff, what skills would you focus on developing to stay competitive in the job market? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and your ideas might actually help somebody else who is in a similar situation. But above all, the question remains, what is the future of AI in the workplaces? Let's talk about the one skill that will make you AI-proof in 2024 and beyond. Here's the truth bomb. Significant AI integration is still quite a few years away. The AI that can truly replace human workers in complex roles, that is not happening in 2024, probably not even in 2025. So what's the secret sauce to staying employed? It's not about competing with AI. It's about complementing it. Eric Schmidt, ex-CEO of Google, in his rather controversial interview, which was later on banned, said the same thing. And this is literally about a couple of days ago. If you were not able to grab that before it was taken down, don't worry, I have decoded that for you in this video. Bookmark it and watch it later. But back to the most valuable skills in the AI age. Well, in my opinion, they are those that are most human ones. So, critical thinking, creativity, emotional intelligence, and to some extent, adaptability. Why? Because these are the skills AI cannot replace, at least not yet. The workers of the future won't be replaced by AI. They will be the masters of AI instead. They'll know how to ask the right questions. They'll think outside the box and connect with the humans on an emotional level. So stop worrying about this AI taking over your job and start thinking about how you can use AI to become irreplaceable. The future workforce is not going to be a battle of humans versus machines. Instead, it's going to be about humans and machines working together to achieve things neither of them could do alone. Imagine a future where AI handles all the repetitive, data-heavy tasks, freeing you up to focus on innovation, strategy, and creative problem solving. In this future, your value as a worker is not about how fast you can crunch numbers or how many emails you can answer in a day. It would rather be about your ability to see the bigger picture, connect the dots that AI might miss, and to bring a human touch to your work. For example, within healthcare, we might see AI taking over the tasks of analyzing the test results, for example, or medical images. But the doctor's role becomes even more crucial, interpreting these results of the patient's overall health, explaining the diagnosis in a way that patient can understand, empathizing with them, and providing the emotional support that's so crucial for healthcare. Or in the legal field, as another example. Well, AI might be able to review thousands of documents in a few seconds, but it's the human lawyer who you would need to craft a compelling argument, read that in the courtroom, and negotiate complex statements. The key is to start thinking of AI as a tool and not a replacement. Just like how calculators did not replace mathematicians back in the day, AI would not replace human workers. It will just change the nature of our work. So here is a question. In your current role, how would you see AI assisting you rather than replacing you? What tasks could AI handle to free you up for more complex and creative work? Let me know in the comments. Alright folks, let's bring it home. We've covered a lot of ground today. From the reality of AI capabilities to the economics driving the tech layoffs and the impact on workers. The key takeaway: do not buy into the AI hype wholesale. Yes, AI is powerful and transformative, but it is not the job-eating monster as it is made out to be. More often than not, when a company cites AI as a reason for layoffs, there's more to the story. So what can you do? Well, stay informed and adaptable, and most important is to stay human. Focus on developing those skills that AI cannot replace, and at the same time, try to learn some of these AI tools within your industry so as to keep yourself relevant. Be critical of AI claims, whether they're coming from the companies, the media, or even AI enthusiasts like me. Remember, technology should serve humanity and not the other way around. With that said, I would look forward to your responses in the comments below. If you found this episode valuable, smash that like button and share this video with your top performer friends who are still getting nervous about the whole AI taking over their job. Speaking of top performers, to know how top performers are often punished by workplaces, watch the video on the left, and how by speaking up in meetings and one-on-ones, you can kickstart your leadership journey at work. Watch this video on the right. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, remember to always strive to be the learner.